Hey guys, today is Thursday and it's time for Thursday's testimony. And I was thinking about you reap what you sow. Everybody knows that one from the Bible, and it's used a lot of ways. You know, in the garden, I sowed the seed, now I'm reaping my reward from it. But the reward isn't always good. Yeah, I remember when I was a young man, I was up to no good a lot of the time. In fact, let me just share this story with you. When I was a kid, probably about 16 years old, and I finally got to go out running around with my friends. We went out one night, and it was close to Halloween, might have been Halloween. People were raiding and up to no good. The old days, you know, you could get away with a lot more stuff than nowadays. And there was an apartment complex that we were driving past, and these guys said, "Oh man, I know that guy and we got to get him." And so they pulled down the street and found a big rock. The dang rock was this big around, and said, "Let's take that rock, let's go back by there and let's bust out the back windshield on that station wagon." Well, I was a stupid 16-year-old kid showing off, and said, "All right, yeah, you know, have fun, the music's loud." We were drinking a little bit and stuff. Dumb kids. We come driving past there, and I take that rock and I throw that rock, and just shatters the windshield. We laughed. We thought it was so funny. I didn't realize whose vehicle it was at the time, but I live in a small town. My entire population here is like 2,500 people, so chances are you're going to know who you're messing with, and I did. I come to find out it was a friend of mine. He and his single dad at the time, raising 2 other boys, and didn't have no money. Man, I felt so guilty for that. It ate at me. I didn't confess. I was a coward of a kid. Fast forward, about 10 years later, 15 years later, I went out to get my pickup one morning, and my back windshield was busted out with 2 bricks. Pretty sure it was some guys from around the corner. They had issues with my brother. He busted the window out. And at first I was really upset. Man, I was mad. That's a lot of money. I got to fix all that. And I remembered when I was a kid and I did that, because I knew better. My mom and daddy raised me in the Lord and taught me right. I was just this dumb kid. And I took it on the chin. I said, you know what? I reaped what I sowed. Again, recently, I work for the Kimball County, and I'm the park supervisor. And I went through a lot of trouble because these little kids are vandalizing my restrooms, and they're tearing off dispensers off of the wall and throwing the toilet paper in the toilets and stuff. And so I spent a lot of time building these guards and using concrete anchors and putting them into the walls. And these little kids came through there, and they got in there at night and took rocks, and they beat the locks off of the guards. And when they couldn't, they kept prying. I don't know what tool they used, but they pried the guards off of the wall, dispenser and all. Now, as an adult, you know, nowadays we have all this technology, and I had cameras, so I know who it was, and that's going to get handled that way. Now they have to deal with reap what you sow. You know, there's lots of ways to look at it, but I can tell you this. This is the thing I've learned as I got older, is to accept that sometimes. Sometimes I am literally reaping what I've sown. You know, now God's blessing me with things, tomatoes, plants, with my family and everything in it. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good, but for the most part, God wants to bless me. So I do good unto others, and it comes back to me. I do it because I want it to come back to me. If I do bad to people, bad's coming back to me. I gave you a few examples there, but I hope that as you're sowing, you realize that you're going to reap the fruit of that, whatever it is. You know, these people that are doing things in the government right now, they're disguising it, in my opinion, as some good thing. You know, we care about the environment. I care about the environment too. You can't shut down all the things that's going on in the world and do it 100 miles an hour. People have to live and eat, and we are reaping from the leaders we have representing us. We've put them in office. Some of us didn't go for it happily, but they're there. Ain't much we can do about it now, is there? So it comes time to vote again. I'm gonna sow my seed again for who I hope is the right person. If not, our country's done things wrong for so long that we're reaping what we've sown. And now we got to deal with it. We got to eat it. In the meantime, I count on the Lord. He's going to take care of me. He has my good in mind. The best for everyone is what He wants. And yet, for every action that we do, you can be sure that there's a consequence to that action. So do good. Do good to your fellow man, and be wise when you're concentrating on what you want to do in this world, because it will come back. You know, I got a lot of people. My brother, he's a believer, but still he's all about this karma and stuff. Whatever you call it, let me promise you, you do bad, bad's coming back at you. You do good, and good's coming back at you. And I'm going to get a blessing from the Lord, because I'm going to keep doing good. So I'll see you guys in my next update. It's coming up soon. I got to show you my garden. Things have really grown. I've got quite a bit of stuff growing around here, and I hope you guys are as tickled as me. It's not enough yet, but man, the heat's ticking up right now. I'm sitting in my greenhouse, and about halfway down, and it's 96 degrees, and up high it's 102. So that's with the fan venting this stuff out and a fan at the back. So it starts getting hot, things grow pretty good, except for the tomatoes. Sometimes I've lost a lot of flowers here lately, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, till next time, this is KC Gilly. You guys have a good day.